right, so here he is, the budding UFC bantamweight contender, Umar Nurmagomedov, suffocating grappler, very good takedowns on the wrestling front, but a very well-schooled player on the feet as well. American Kickboxing Academy believes here, not unlike Islam Makhachev, that they have a future bantamweight world champion in Umar Nurmagomedov. Corey Sandhagen was a guy that was on his radar, had to pull out of that main event due to injury, but a lot of people really believe that when the challenges get stiffer for Umar Nurmagomedov, he's going to show you just how good he really is. Well, if any UFC division has multiple boogeymen right now, perhaps it is 135 pounds for the men, but Merab Dvalishvili, given the wrestling, given the pace, is a fight that I would think a lot of bantamweight contenders would try to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, it must be so upsetting and so frustrating to fight Merab, because Merab is just on you. He's on you like a wet blanket. He wants to take you down. He wants to pressure you. He wants to make you work the entirety of the fight. It's so fun for a guy like me to watch because I love wrestling, but to be his opponent would be an absolute nightmare. This guy is a monster.
Volume takedowns doesn't even begin to describe it, right? It makes for a suffocating night at the office to face Merab Dvalishvili. We'll see how his opponent fares tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. And now our tail of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started with the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Umar Nurmagomedov. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Merab the Machine Dvalishvili.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean is our referee tonight. Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight we get to take the same walk to that octagon.
Double leg takedown attempt here, and that one is true. Nice job there to enter and ultimately plant his opponent on the mat.
Now what does he do? That he's got his best shot off, finish the attack. Where does he go now from the top position? Now into his mount.
Oh, he's setting up an armbar now. Oh, that's tight.
Trying to finish the armbar. Now, all he's got to do now is get his hips up into the back of the elbow to get the finish.
No way, he got out.
This is a guy that never gives up on himself. He was able to clear his head, defend the armbar. The fight looked done. He loves to fight on.
Good work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. The ground strikes continue to pile up. Well, he's got his back now. All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Another ground and pound strike lands. Dvalishvili getting absolutely worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes.
Not being just defensive, but offensive off his back. Great punch lands.
Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming in his direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch a guy comfortable even when he's under attack.
Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount. Lands with the ground and pound. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Umar Nurmagomedov. Under a minute to go in round one.
Let's work.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Nurmagomedov.
Great defense by this fighter.
30 seconds now to go in round one. Dvalishvili's in half guard. Ground and pound strike there now.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
10 seconds to go in round one. Horn sounds for the end of round one.
Stop!
All right. Listen, breathe, relax. I need you to get out there and keep this fight on your feet. I want you to avoid that takedown.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you would.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready?
All right, second round underway. So with that, our next round is underway. It looked like maybe we wouldn't get here. There was a close attempt on a submission in the previous round, but he lives to fight another round.
It was very, very close. If it's me and I'm his coach, I'm telling him, get right back to it. This time, he will not be able to survive.
All right, well, perhaps he has a point to prove. Perhaps there's a hip injury, but this man's UFC career has been defined by the takedown. He hasn't attempted a single one tonight.
He hasn't even attempted. It's very surprising, and honestly, for a guy that enjoys the wrestling, it's very disappointing. Because to me, it seems like he doesn't want to put the effort out there tonight to try and secure takedowns. You take a lot of risk by not using your best skill, and you almost put your opponent on your level by being limited.
Well, maybe he can hear us. Bro, if you don't attempt to take down, DC's going to pull out his cellular telephone and start watching collegiate wrestling.
Oh.
So, change levels.
Guillotine jump. That guillotine is tight.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Nurmagomedov's looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. He drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Good job being a threat off your back and not allowing your opponent to get comfortable.
Oh, now looking to posture up, and he lands a big head strike. Nicely done there by Nurmagomedov. Another ground and pound strike lands. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Umar Nurmagomedov. Continues to apply pressure here in half guard. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Nicely done. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Let's work. I'm going to stand this up.
Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Nurmagomedov. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, in good position to rip off the Kimura here. Oh, that Kimura looks tight.
Do some work, guys.
2 minutes now to go in round 2. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Dvalishvili's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Dvalishvili. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. 1 minute to go in round 2. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission. Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Oh, huge elbow. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
And the horn sounds on round 2.
Stop.
Take a seat. Breathe. Deep breaths. Come on, come back to me. Okay. Get some water and listen. You know what you're doing out there. We're working for angle.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. the body really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
He's got a good leg kick. There it is. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Fast, hard head kick there. And just misses with that big right hand. Single leg takedown. All right, setting up for a submission now.
Arm very tight.
Oh, that looks painful. That's got to be it. Whoa, submission defense. He gets out.
In that moment, it looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an arm.
Relentless pressure from the top by Dvalishvili. Big strikes continue to land. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really put some damage on it. Oh, good defense, yes.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard now.
Oh, right into mount.
Changing the position.
Nurmagomedov getting peppered here from the top. He's got to figure out a way to cover up. Oh, you got to love the ground and pound strikes here. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Oh, he's got his back. Under 2 minutes to go in round 3. Lands with the ground and pound here. The ground strikes starting to pile up. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one.
The way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Dvalishvili going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. Oh, good ground and pound here. Dvalishvili's in half guard.
Let's work it past that half guard right into side control now.
Now he's going full mount.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Oh, and there it is. Was only a matter of time. That ground strike has cut him open. Final 30 seconds of this third round. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
This round, we're still gonna wrestle, but we gotta be smarter. Defend his shots better. Circle off.
ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you gotta change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things.
Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he was trying to chase down that finish.
Chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides.
He's going to guillotine.
All right, working for the submission now. Back and forth we go.
Back and forth. These guys are fighting.
Oh, great submission defense. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions. Right. They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position. Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Umar Nurmagomedov. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount here.
Scramble, get up.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Nurmagomedov's back in full mount. All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Nurmagomedov. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm when you have the advantage.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Last round now. I need you to stay off the ground with him. He's too slick on the ground, okay? He's winning that war. Let's keep this.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Dvalishvili.
Oh, nice.
Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Umar Nurmagomedov. Lands a jab. Dvalishvili gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there.
Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage out of it.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Dvalishvili's right back to the full mount.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise, the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two.
Strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes. It's a good right hand right there.
3 minutes now to go in this one. Well, he is clearly losing this fight. It has not been his best performance, but he can change all of that with a late submission.
He's struggled because he hasn't been able to get this fight to the ground. Now,
strong outside leg kick. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
beautiful takedown lands here.
Nurmagomedov's trying for a submission here.
Oh my goodness, he might have it.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard. There it is, now he's on the mount.
Dvalishvili's going for an arm here. Ooh, looks like it might be locked in.
Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Dvalishvili's right back to the full mount here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Good, solid strike on the ground.
Dominate those wrists.
Oh, he got to his spot.
1 minute to go in the fight.
Great ground and pound by this man.
These ground strikes are starting to add up. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles. Keep past the half guard.
Nurmagomedov's back into full guard. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Dvalishvili's back in half guard. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
Hey, stop.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is considered a majority draw.
All right, so there he is, the still UFC bantamweight champion of the world, and you know these 135-pound contenders are all killers, and he disposed of another one properly tonight.
I mean, they are all killers, but they're throwing rocks at the throne. This guy